This is Hamp Lee III from Spiritual Combatants, where we're training soldiers for Christ. Today, I want to talk about don't delay, start today. And many of us have a call from the Lord, and we feel a little bit hesitant to move out on what He called us to do. And so in my own life, I've had that same hesitation. Back in May of 1998, the Lord had asked me to start sending out emails just to a group of friends, just collect a group of friends and just start sending daily quotes. Didn't explain why, no anything. And so I was hesitant, and I waited about a month until he came back and said, Hamp, I need you to start sending these out today. But a lot of us feel in the same place. Sometimes because of some internal issues or something that's coming from the outside, we don't feel like moving out on what God calls us to do. And sometimes we're not doing it to be intentionally disobedient, but for whatever reason, we're on the hold from what God's called us to do. We're just in this holding pattern. But I want to share 4 quick points about why it's important for you to start today. And hopefully through this message, I can encourage you to do so. Let's get into it. All right. Number 1, if God called you, He will equip you, or He already has. So when God calls you to do something, no matter how impossible it may seem, He's already equipped you to do it, or He will equip you to do it. God doesn't call us to fail. He calls us to succeed because He wants us to accomplish His will and to fulfill His will. There's a specific purpose that He's called us to. There's a specific purpose. There's a person that He may want us to reach, or people that He wants us to reach. And so when God's called you to do that, or called you to do something, believe me, He's calling you to succeed. He is on the sidelines giving you and will give you every resource under heaven to help you accomplish your goal. And I want you to know that. I want you to believe that no matter how impossible it may seem. That's a part of faith, that we walk those things out. Lord, I don't see how this is going to be done, but I'm going to step out and do it anyway, because I know You're calling me. And if You called me, I know You will help me to fulfill what You've called me and asked me to do. You won't leave me lonely. You'll never leave me. You'll never forsake me. And You will help me to accomplish the goal in which You called me to do so. So know that if He called you, He will and has equipped you already. Number 2, God may not fill in every blank. So like I said with my emails that I sent out, this was 19 years ago. To this day, I still have absolutely no idea why God has ever asked me to send out those quotes. Now, I've sent out almost 5,000 quotes over the course of 19 years, give or take some days here or there. And so through the time, I may get an email here or there, say, hey, that was a blessing, here's a blessing here, but I still have I don't know why. I don't know if there was maybe some of it was for me to trust God, because it came to a point in 2005, God told me to start sending original quotes. And initially, I was just going online, finding inspirational quotes from other people. But then God said, in 2005, I want you to start sending out quotes original. And I'm like, wow. And I was really scared, and I was concerned, because I was like, wait a minute, that means I'm going to have to trust, I'm going to trust You. And that was really scary for me. I know it sounds bad. It sounds really bad. But it's like, wow, I'm going to have to trust You every day for a fresh quote, for a brand new quote, something from You every single day. And since 2005, God has been faithful. If He's called me to do it, He's going to equip me. So sometime during the day before, now I have several quotes that I'm kind of saving up, and I just send them as I go out. But most of the time, it was like hot, fresh now, right now. That day comes up, Lord, what do You have for me? A lot of times He's like, tell people I love them. And so it would be some form of love, but there are days when he would speak a specific message, and then someone would email me and say, hey, that was exactly what I needed today. And then there'll be another day I'll send something out, and God say the same thing. Or somebody will say the same thing. That was exactly what I needed today. And so God's calling us sometimes even to reach one person. God will move heaven and earth to bless you and to bless me and to bless others. And sometimes we are the answer to someone's prayer. So what God is asking you to do, you could be that answer to someone's prayer. To go out there, and they are in need of encouragement. And you say, you know what? I'm going to send my servant Hamp, my child. I think I can ask him to do this. He'll do it, and then he'll go out, and then he'll be the one to bless you. And so then He sends us out there. And then you're like, well, God, I don't know why You want me to stand on this corner at this time and say hello to this person. I don't know why. What's going on? But He knows. And sometimes we can't fill in all the blanks. We won't know every blank. But all we have to know is that God called us. If he called us, he's going to do something in you and in someone else. And that goes on to, let me go on to number 3. So in number 3, it says to start with what you have. And in starting what you have, I want you to see my first website. And so this is December 29th, 2006. I've come a long, long way since that time. My website has been developed several different times, several iterations. And so I do a lot of the coding myself, not the hardcore, just the HTML, not the PHP and Java and all the other JavaScript and stuff, but at least just the basic stuff, kind of learning. And then I also wanted to show you a picture of when I started videotaping just last month when I was in Texas. As you can tell, I'm using a hotel light. I have a little makeshift. I have a tripod with a makeshift stand, but I'm just trying to use what God's given me just to start with what I have. And sometimes we won't move out because we don't have what we think we want or what we think we need. And I am a pure perfectionist. I want everything as an artist. I grew up as a graphic artist, and a lot of people don't know that. Most people see me as a preacher, teacher, but they didn't know that I grew up drawing and into graphic arts and doing logo design. And even all the designs for the books that I have and website, all of that is something that I do on my own. A gift that God has blessed me with. But I want to go out. I can use those things to help kind of develop and start where I'm at. But then you can start where you're at and what you have. You don't have to go out and say, I need to spend $1 million. If God's asked you to do videos and all you got is your smartphone, use a smartphone. If all you have is just a few dollars, when I started the website, I didn't have a lot of money. And so I was trying to use as many free resources as possible. And so I did. I found some great free resources to at least to develop it to the best of my possible ability. And so that's what we want to be able to do. We want to be able to give God our very best. And that's point number 4, giving God and his people your very best. And so as I said, God has called you to reach people. And not only that, but to also prepare you and to develop you into the image of his son. God has a great plan and purpose for you and for others. And so I want to encourage you today, if this is you and you're saying, man, I really want to step out on what God's called me to do, I want to encourage you to do that. I want you to encourage just to take that first step. You never know where it's going to lead you. Believe me, I never thought in 1,000 years that Spiritual Combatants would be a church. I didn't even think about a Spiritual Combatants. And there would be books or videos or articles or anything. I didn't see any of that. All I know is that God asked me to send out emails to a group of friends 19 years ago. I didn't know anything else. And God, until I see him face to face, I may still not know why I was asked to send out those emails. But I wanted to be faithful and I wanted to be obedient, because everything that we do is going to be a blessing to you and to others. So I want to encourage you to go out, be a blessing. Don't delay. Start today. May the Lord bless you. And if you have a question or concern, or if you're in that situation, shoot me an email or comment, or make a comment or something, and then we can continue to help you out. But I'm always here and available to help you to make your first steps into what God has called you to do. So may the Lord bless you abundantly. God bless.